Wittlake for the Cowboys. And Andrew Sparks, what a story he is, Jim, for Minnesota. This guy started wrestling as a freshman in high school.
Wow, it's amazing, and he's made it to a college program. You talk about all the people that get into our sport example that you know, you can pick it up at any time and perhaps have some success.
He was 8-1 in dual meets for Minnesota last season, 9-5 overall.
And he did a great job of competing in those matches too. You know, he's a guy that got hurt a little bit later in the season, so wasn't quite himself. But this Travis Wittlake, guy that has a lot of talent. John Smith's pretty confident in this guy, what he's able to do, and hasn't always shown that talent. He hasn't had a lot of competition throughout the course of his career. In the dual meet schedule just worked out that way, but he's probably one of the top 2 or 3 talented guys on the team. That says a lot.
Coos Bay, Oregon, a 4-time state champion for Marshfield High School was Wittlake. Was a 2020 Big 12 champion, and they're coming out the double doors, Andrew Sparks. That fiery red hair. Brandon Ingram said there is something to that because he wrestles on fire. High intensity, attack rates.
Well, he's just got that natural conditioning here for the sport as well. I mean, you don't just jump into that, but also a strong desire to compete. And I think that's what Brandon was really alluding to when he mentioned the fiery red hair. It's also the fire that's burning that he has. And, you know, not always the best technically or anything like that, but he'll find ways to compete. Doesn't concede stuff easy, but he gives up that takedown to the talented Wittlake there with the far ankle there on the finish.
30 seconds in, counterattack there by the Cowboy Wittlake, who has led the Cowboys in wins in each of the last 2 seasons. 28 wins in 2020 and 22 wins last season. He's 0-1 this season. He met the reigning national champion Shane Griffith at Stanford.
The match where he didn't score any points, so that the guy that's used to putting up a lot of points in matches, so he's hungry to get those points on the board. First takedown, good solid ride.
Lost 4-0 to Griffith, and John Smith asked him about the lack of offense, and Wittlake said he couldn't remember the last time he was shut out. Been a long, long time. He's talented, as you said. Halfway through the first period, Wittlake with a takedown and riding time. Now at 55 seconds, as Sparks escaped it right back in with an attack below the knee.
Yeah, exactly, Shane. It just gets elbow deep now, and he's looking to shelf that leg. And as he comes up to his feet, underhook, look for a sweep right there. Sparks competing, trying to keep his balance. Just make sure that he comes back with that shin whizzer, puts a little weight on it, but you see the reaction that Wittlake has. He's able to keep his own balance. He will come up and raise his elevation and sweeps it back to the inside. From the inside, it's a great finish.
Improve on it. Wittlake stays patient, gets his second takedown. You see the brace on Sparks' left knee. Suffered an ACL injury at the Big Tens. Competed at the NCAAs, but clearly not himself as he finished 0-2.
101 a riding time here at the ease at which Wittlake has been able to go ahead and stay on top. See what he decides to do. A lot of, I like that spiral ride. Then he jumps back over to a cradle. He's hunting for back points right now. Nice little sweep. That little finish will come in handy if he gets back in on the leg. A lot of times, Shane, your mat returns can be good single leg finishes. Sure. So if you go ahead and find something that works, it gives you confidence when you get back in on your next shot. So
we'll see A.J. Ferrari, the reigning national champion at 197, and he does a lot of that. Mat returning from a single leg. It's not those big booming mat returns, but nevertheless, gets the job done. Armbar here from Wittlake. Short time in the first. Great period for the Cowboy. 2 takedowns. Riding time approaching 2 minutes. And going to finish the period on top.
Let's take a look at the replay of these finishes off these shots. Right here, he's able to shelf the leg, right? And comes back up, has total balance right there. He's going to go off the underhook, and he's going to go ahead. Now he's on the inside part of the leg, and when you go ahead and sweep like that with the bring your left foot forward and then sweep him over that. You kind of club him over that leg that's up, and it's just a great finish. I like that finish from the inside of the leg.
Looking for a quick tilt off the whistle, Sparks.
Here's an area where he can get back into it. Look at the balance there by Wittlake. One leg forward, one leg back. Knees bent, hips underneath in a good position, good back pressure. You know, people think that that's just easy to do and all that stuff. Yeah, it looks easy, but you know, you got to be airtight with your position when you're coming up against good wrestlers in the top position. Once again, on the inside part of the leg. Notice how much easier that is with the finish on the inside of the leg, inside of your opponent's leg.
Another takedown, his third. Wittlake was fourth at the NCAA championships. Lost to Missouri's Keegan O'Toole 4-3 in that third place match. Wittlake in total control here in the second period.
You're out.
Green control. One red escape. Neutral.
See Wittlake mixes it up a little bit. Able to get to that leg that has the brace on it pretty easily.
Inside stunner.
Attempts. We'll see if he's going to go ahead and change up his direction.
Sparky, left hand. Left hand's got to be in.
Oklahoma State ranked second in the country. They were third as a team at the championships last March in St. Louis. It's a solid team, Jim. I've been really impressed with them. They got some horsepower.
And the variety of technique that they're using too. It's not one guy that's going out and hitting the same technique 5 times. You know, you saw that with Master Giovanni. You know, getting in on the leg pretty quickly, beating McKee to the punch in the first match, and it seems like they've been doing it pretty steadily. And even though in that match with Blockhouse, I mean, Feller, big win for him, and you kind of said the break, he probably only controlled about 12 seconds of that match, but it was enough to get a big win. Scramble situation here for Sparks. Here's where he does his business.
Final seconds. Wittlake clinging to that left leg. And he keeps Sparks from scoring that takedown.
Red.
You know, that's a position. If you're going to be a college wrestler, you got to you give up a shot. Guy gets to your corner like that, and you hang in there, do the right things. That's just competing. Okay, you see so many guys who will let go of that leg. They'll make it look easy for the guy. They just don't compete in that position. But then you got to do that to earn your scholarship. You got to stay square in that position and go.
One red. We're neutral.
Quick escape makes it 7-3. Oklahoma State, Jim, the last team outside the Big Ten to win a team title. That was in 06. That was one of 4 straight for John Smith and the Cowboys, who's won 5 as a head coach in Stillwater. Of course, Iowa ranked #1 in the tournament rankings with Penn State second.
They're the co-champions last year in the Big 12 conference. That Oklahoma was able to go ahead and tie him for that title. And
Work center.
a little bit surprised a lot of people here with that performance. But you know, everybody thought it was going to be a Penn State. Of course, everybody thought I was going to go ahead and run away with it. It ended up being a little bit tighter than what people thought. But there's still plenty of battles there for the remaining team trophies, and Oklahoma State kind of became best of the rest.
Wittlake is slowed down a little bit. Got riding time locked up. I'd expect him to get a little bit more aggressive and go chase down some bonus points possibly. Of course, stay in good position. Don't compromise that. But he's slowed down. Here he goes, looking for another takedown.
Comes up in balance one more time, right? Didn't do a very good job anticipating the roll through by Sparks. Now Sparks has some elevation. If he can clear that left leg out, which he hasn't been able to do quite yet.
Watch that knee, Jim. All right, stalemate.
Stalemate whistle with 19 seconds, so looks like it'll be a decision. As you see, Brandon Ingham, 6th season at Minnesota, was a 2-time Big Ten champion for the Gophers and a 3-time All-American, world silver medalist.
One thing that we've seen from the Oklahoma State wrestlers as well is that they've been holding position in the center of the mat. They're not getting pushed around.
Good points. 8-3. A decision for Travis Wittlake. Now 1-1 this season for the Cowboys. 3 more for Oklahoma State, and they extend their